On June 11th, we got the first look at Cities Skylines 2. It was a beautiful trailer showing us what was in store for us after 8 years of amazing content from both Colossal Order and the massive and talented modding community. I, like many people, was extremely excited about what I saw, and I have already pre-ordered the game. City builders are my bread and butter, and City Skylines was and still is easily the greatest city builder since SimCity. However, with all that being said, I started noticing things in the trailers that made me think, wait, what's this? It had nothing to do with the amazing updates to traffic AI, road tools, transportation updates, or anything else that we've been shown. No, it had to do with the graphics. I started seeing things in the videos that made me think that's it. Low poly, low quality textures on buildings and assets, blurry roads and grasses, the trees. Arguably, it looks worse in some areas than what was released with the original City Skylines. Some of the things that we've seen have been amazing, like the ships, the cars, some of the buildings, but others have been less than stellar. Let me show you what I mean, and you can be the judge of this. These first set of shots are from the initial trailer that was released, and we're going to take a look right here. You can start seeing some of the stuff I'm talking about. This is very blurry. It's really pixelated. The trees are really pixelated and look not so great. They don't look nearly as bad as the original Cities Skylines trees, which were absolutely atrocious looking, but they still don't look amazing. I feel like we had better trees from some of the paid DLC content later on in City Skylines lifetime. Obviously, we had much better stuff from the modding community because the modding community usually takes a game and goes way out the ball field with how good it can look. But I would expect a little bit more from the developers at this time. Now, again, they don't look awful, but they don't look great. You know what I mean? And again, it's very blurry. All of that is real smudgy looking. The textures for the sidewalks and stuff are real, they just look off, if you know what I mean. They just look really off. They almost look like they were painted with just Microsoft Paint or something onto there. It's almost too perfectly clean and everything, and then it has this odd, rigid, but not perfectly straight. The way I'm looking at it, it looks kind of like a wiggly line between the grass and the sidewalk. Again, I'm being really nitpicky, but it's because I'm such a huge fan of this game that I want it to look amazing, and I'm not getting that just yet. Skipping ahead a little bit farther in the trailer, when we get some really good close-up, I start seeing some of this again. You can see the ground is really blurry and pixelated. The road right there is extremely blurry. I mean, it feels like I've unfocused my eyes the way that this right here looks. It doesn't look nice and clean and crisp. Which, I mean, it's 2023, and yes, they are using the same engine, the same City Skylines engine, but we know that they can do better with it. We've seen it being done by them and modders with nice, clean, crisp textures that are not demanding on one's system. And this is just not it. This is so low quality, and it's really disappointing to see how low quality all of this right here is. I'm just not a fan of it. A lot of very hard lines between everything that just look very unnatural. And I can't really tell what's going on right here. There's like a weird terrain glitch right here with this line that I don't know what's happening right there, but something's not right, and I don't know what it is, but it's been driving me crazy the more I look at it. So I don't know what's happening right there. But it's a weird texture glitch right there that I'm like, what's happening? Now, just to show that I am not completely negative about stuff, this screenshot right here, this is from the traffic AI video. This screenshot is absolutely gorgeous. This is my positive side of everything. These buildings look phenomenal. The textures, the shading, the shadow work on it, it all looks so good. This game looks really good from far away. But then when we get up close, yet again, is where it starts to have that kind of, what is this? This shot right here was actually one of the very first ones I saw that really made me think, this is not good. This looks bad, okay? We look at these pine trees, they just don't look good. They just look awful to me. You can see yet again that really poorly textured ground, really blurry, really out of place. The buildings are really well textured. Some of the shadowing on it is a little off, or it just might be the way that, you know, the angle or something. It looks weird to me, but it's not bad looking. I really do like the buildings, but it's the ground and the trees and stuff. But then we also take a look at the sidewalks right here. This is really hard to see, and you might not notice it, but I can see this. It's real jagged. It's not a nice smooth round to it. It's very jagged. You can see it's like the anti-aliasing is turned off, and it's super jagged and everything. And the roads and these the paths and stuff where the cars drive regularly is really blurry. It just doesn't look natural. It looks smudgy. All of that just looks really smudgy. Like this down here doesn't even, this over here just looks weird to me. Everything looks very smudgy up close, and I don't like that. I get up close with my cities. I get up close and personal a lot, and seeing stuff like this hurts my head. It just really hurts my head. And there's another small thing that has nothing to do with graphics, but this is more of a have they still not learned kind of thing. All of this empty space, these little triangles of empty space everywhere. Some of the most downloaded assets and things for City Skylines and mods for City Skylines are things that allow us to fill in these spaces with, you know, like parks or plaza tiles, or a painting tool that would allow me to paint this in as a full sidewalk and plop down like some tables and planters or trees or something. The fact that at the moment we're not seeing any way to fill in all of these random spaces, and you can see that throughout all of their trailers. You see a ton of wasted, empty, small places like this, and there's no way to fill that in, obviously, unless we can plop down trees. Which again, I've seen the tree painting tool, but I haven't seen them place down individual trees, so I don't know how that would work. And all of this empty space just grates on me because I hate seeing this random empty wasted space. I'm hoping that there is something that we're just not being shown yet to deal with this, but that's just another tick in the really this is what we're getting for $50 or $80. It's just minor things. Jumping ahead a little bit in that trailer right here, again, blurry, smudgy stuff. Looking at the arrows on the road, very jagged. The road going over the train tracks. I'm not even a fan of the train tracks either. The train tracks look horrible to me. These perfect sides like this right here, the train tracks look terrible to me. And the graphics on the road, like look at this right here. This right here is bad. And then there's this. What is that? I think this is supposed to be flowers, okay? I think this is supposed to be flowers, but I don't know for sure because it looks so bad. This is up to an $80 game, and this is the graphics we're getting? Now the vehicles look phenomenal. Holy crap, those cars look awesome. They look almost photorealistic. And then there's that. What's going on with this? What's going on with these textures at close-up ground level? I don't understand it. And again, I could just keep showing this kind of stuff off over and over, but it really comes down to the same things. The ground textures are really poor looking. A lot of smudginess. This whole thing looks like a gray soup. It doesn't look like a road. It looks like a gray soupy river that they're driving on. A lot of weird terrain stuff right there, and like all of this right here, the cars, the people, the motorcycles, you know, some of this stuff right here does not look bad. It's very jagged up close. You can see the jaggedness in it all. It's really, really poor. So there's a big inconsistency in the level of graphical quality. Vehicles and stuff look amazing. People look amazing. Buildings look amazing. Flora, ground textures, road textures, sidewalks look awful. Again, I'm hoping that maybe it's just something that they haven't fully worked out yet, or they have the graphics turned down on it for some reason. Why they would do that in a trailer, I don't know, but that might be a case. But I'm really hoping that that's not how these ground textures are going to look. I mean, you can see the seams, actually. You can see these really poor seams and everything. It's really not good. I don't like it, and I'm hoping that this is not what the final product is going to look like, because if it is, I'm going to be really disappointed, and I'll probably, I mean, I've already bought the game, but I'm probably going to sit on it until some of the really, really good landscape modding authors come in and fix this. They fix these trees, they fix this grass, they fix the roads, the sidewalks. These textures are not what I would expect from a game that has had very, very good texture packs coming out from it, from both modders, and I've seen amazing texture work from the developers. So I don't know why we're getting this. So what do you think, guys? Are you okay with these ground textures? Is it like, am I being way too nitpicky? Am I being so nitpicky it's absolutely unbelievable? I know I'm probably going to get some hate, and that's fine. Some people don't care about these things. It's just something that's bothered me, and I was wondering what your thoughts on it might be. Let me know down below in the comments. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be playing Cities Skylines 2 here on the channel. Don't you worry, even if the ground textures look like garbage, I'm going to play Cities Skylines 2 because it is such an awesome looking game overall. See you in the next one. Take care.